All right, everybody, are you ready for a brand new DC update? I am definitely in a different location. I am currently in California on my vacation, but I told you guys if I had the opportunity, I would definitely put out some content. And so I do appreciate everybody who's here. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. If you are new here, I invite you to like the video and check out some of my other content. And if you're so inclined, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and you will be notified as I have new videos go up. I usually ask that at the end, but I'm feeling a little bullish today, so I'm going to ask at the beginning. All right, so I have six pictures I'm going to show you guys here today, and we'll talk about each of these. And so this is going to be interesting. All right, so the first picture I have here, and I thought this was pretty funny. This is from the Hollywood Handle. It says, "The Flash post-credit scenes are great surprises and won't disappoint," promises the producer. And these are pictures or things that were not shown at the early screenings. And the person who posted this, I thought it was pretty funny that they posted James Gunn's wife in here, along with the other guy that is usually in there with her, that they tend to pop up in every DC movie. If they do not show up in The Flash, the final version, I will be somewhat shocked. It does give me a little bit of hope that it says great surprises that won't disappoint. And one of the rumors floating around, and I don't know if this is going to be true or not, is that Henry Cavill is actually in the movie. And that he may be staying on as Superman. Now, do I personally think that is happening? No, I don't. But that idea has been floated around by many people, and it is always a possibility that the studio could have been doing just a trick, just a thing to get people excited, knowing how much they like Henry Cavill. That is wishful thinking on their part, because honestly, there is a scene with Superman already in The Flash that was just actually revealed in a new teaser that's on TV. So I'm not revealing this. This was revealed in the teaser, where it does have Superman in a news story in the background. And this was in the Flash movie. And a lot of people said it's typical Warner Brothers to be disrespectful to Henry Cavill, because every time we see Superman in Peacemaker, in Justice League with the horrible face thing, or the headless Shazam cameo, that every time we see him, we don't actually get to see his face. It's just him. And this definitely continues with that, because you only see his cape and him flying up in the air and the back of him. So that isn't something that I was interested in seeing. But hey, it's what Warner Brothers likes to do with total disrespect towards Henry Cavill. Now, this picture is something I found interesting. It said Warner Brothers has confirmed that Zack Snyder's Justice League, and specifically Zack Snyder's Justice League, was used for aesthetic decisions in the Flash movie. Production designer Paul Denham Osterberry was charged with creating a cohesive and contemporary visual language that bridges the two worlds that collide. The Anton Furst designs from the Tim Burton's Batman and Patrick Tatopoulos work from Zack Snyder's Justice League. So it's pretty cool that they came out and talked about this, and I would say yes, some of the aesthetics are definitely more in line with Zack Snyder's Justice League than they are with Justice League, although the tone of the film is more Justice League than it is Zack Snyder's Justice League. So you got an interesting kind of change in the dynamic there. All right, so let's take a look at the next photo. So the next photo here has to do with Aldous Hodge, who played Hawkman in Black Adam. This is his kind of a quote, it's his quote talking about playing Hawkman in the new Gunn DCU. He said, I ain't got the James Gunn call yet, but we'll see. I mean, if they get around to it, I'm ready, James. So he's telling James Gunn that if they want Hawkman back, he would be happy to come back to play the character again. And this is one of the characters I absolutely loved from Black Adam, and I would love to see him back in that role. All right, let's take a look at some of the more meatier stuff that has happened over the last 24 hours. Again, here's another photo that backs up one of the previous photos I showed that said the Flash producer Barbara Muschietti, who is Muschietti's sister, has teased great surprises in the movie's post-credit scenes. We know that they won't disappoint, which comes from thedirect.com, apparently an article they had talking about the Flash movie. And I really hope with the way they're talking this up that this is the case. This is the main reason I'm going to see the Flash again, as I am told that there are several post-credit scenes, and that this says that there's only one post-credit scene, and if they talk about the one that's been floating around, I don't think that that would be a teaser that won't disappoint. I think that would disappoint quite a few people, actually. So I'm hoping it's more than that. There's also supposed to be a lot more added to the film, and some things should have changed. All right, now we're going to get into the big news, and this has to do with the new Superman. The new Superman that's supposed to be part of James Gunn's universe. The first part of this is that there are screen tests for Superman Legacy that will begin this week or the following week. And so it's interesting that the writers have stopped what they're doing, but as James Gunn said, the production on Superman Legacy is moving forward. And this is going to be a part of it because I'm sure they want to get this movie up and in front of cameras as quickly as possible. Want to get as much work done on it before it starts to film here in about 7 months. Now, this photo is the biggest surprise. Now, this is coming from Variety.com. And they're not saying he's the front runner, but I will tell you, of all the guys that I've seen, I think this guy looks the most like Superman out of anybody, even that Corn Sweet Sweat, whatever that guy's name is. I think this guy looks more like Superman than the other guy does. Now, I don't know how you say his name. It's Pearson Fedoy. I have no idea how you pronounce that. He is reportedly in the running to play Superman in James Gunn's Superman Legacy. And like I said, that does come directly from Variety. And if you kind of zoom in on this, he does, I think, he does have the look of Superman. And in fact, he kind of looks like a younger version of Henry Cavill, even more so than the other guys, which would be interesting. And maybe that's what James Gunn is going for. Maybe he wants a younger version, because he did talk about this when he first took over, that they just wanted a younger cast. So the person who they choose for Batman and Superman may be doppelgangers for both Henry Cavill and Ben Affleck to keep the universes somewhat connected. But we'll see. All right, guys, so there's a quick DC update. And they're definitely moving forward with the stuff for James Gunn's Superman Legacy. And this is the biggest news that I think has come out recently. And the fact that they are moving forward with the production with some pretty definitive information about when they're going to be doing these screen tests and when, other people who are in the running to play Superman. My feelings have not changed on the DCU. I don't think it's going to do well. And again, I haven't seen the full version of The Flash, and the full version may change my mind depending on how it ends and what that post-credit scene is. I heard that there's multiple post-credit scenes, but they're making it sound like there's just one, which would not, their comments, like I said, would not mesh with what, the information that's out there currently. But we will see shortly, because that movie just gets released here in just 2 short weeks. So it will actually be basically 2 weeks from yesterday when I will be at that premiere, and I will be doing a whole brand new review on the full version of the movie. And I will tell you guys if it's changed a lot or not from my original review. So we will find that out here in a couple of weeks. All right, so that's all I have for you right now. I will definitely be doing another update if I need to over the next couple of days. I should have the time to, take out to do these quick videos and get them up for you guys. And I do appreciate all of the support. I can't tell you guys enough. I'm getting very close to some branding stuff that I will be revealing soon. I am working with somebody. I think there's a design that came in that I really like, and I'm going to ask for a couple of tweaks, but we'll see what happens. But things are moving forward on my channel, and there's expected to be some pretty big growth on my channel over the next year or so. And if you haven't already, please subscribe, hit that notification bell, and you will be notified as new videos go up, because I am going to be covering all kinds of DC stuff going into the future now, and definitely anything that happens in the future. So I am here for the long term. I do appreciate it, and we will see you on the next video.